Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. For those of you that are new here, hello, welcome. My name is Sammie and I look a little different from my other videos. I just cut my bangs. I like it though, I think it looks really cute. And I'm actually wearing my prescription glasses, so now I can match my Animal Crossing character. So anyways, why don't we start on the video. As you can see, I'm sitting in my bakery area. This might be one of the most favorite builds that I've done so far, like even on all my other islands. I absolutely love this area. So today I'll be working on the shopping district area behind the bakery. And I already moved the shop, so we don't have to skip ahead for that and have to wait for all of that stuff. So let's get building! So there are these custom designs that I have here. They're outlining the spaces for me to build a cliff. I wanted to put a waterfall type of feature in between the two shops, but I also ended up giving the cliff enough space in order for me to be able to plant a couple of trees and also have that waterfall. So as usual, I put down custom design codes to outline where I wanted my trees to go. I put hedges between the shop and the cliffs to fill the space between them. Then I filled the sidewalk area with the gray brick custom design that I have been using for the rest of my island. I really like how the spooky fencing looks, so I used that to enclose the shop areas. So I did that for both Nook's Cranny and the Able Sisters. I decided to work on Able Sisters' shop first. I put a wooden bookshelf to block off the area and to serve as a wall. Then I started putting items I felt like would fit in the area. I know what you're thinking. You're probably thinking, what is she doing with that Turkey Day hearth? So I wanted to use that item and a wedding head table as a way to display clothing items like hats and shoes. But spoiler alert, I ended up not liking it, and then obviously I changed it. So then I started displaying items that I thought looked cute, but I ended up not using everything that I grabbed from my house storage. I was trying to go for like a color theme of like rust, mustard, and off-white. I don't know, I kind of like that color swatch together, so I tried to make it work here. So as you can see, I started to get rid of this whole corner display of items and opted out with a stall instead. But I think it ended up working out pretty well. I wanted a little seating area outside of April's sisters, so I put a log bench, and I also wanted to add some plants to the area since it was also paved. So I ended up using this fan palm. So I was getting a bit frustrated trying to decorate Able Sisters, so I decided to move on to Nook's Cranny. I ended up changing where I wanted to place my tree. I don't know, to me it felt weird having it like in the middle of the pavement area. And then I also ended up changing the fencing, only because I felt like if I kept the fencing there, it would be too small of an area to work with to decorate. But I ended up putting this drink machine and a couple of table and chairs to sort of fill the area. I also ended up adding stalls to the place. I wanted to make sure that the drop box was still accessible though. Even though I don't really use it, I felt like they should have it open. Maybe if I have visitors and the store is closed and they want to sell stuff like fish or something, then they can still be able to sell it. put down this monstera plant, but I don't like blocking seeds because that's where I want my villagers to go when they're in the area, so I needed to decorate in a way where they can do that, so I ended up opting out for a tiny library instead. Then in the middle by the waterfall, I wanted to put a garden bench and a couple of garden lanterns. On the cliff, I put down a few custom designs because I wanted to fill the front area with a couple of statues and some spooky fencing, and then the rest of the area I just ended up using flowers and shrubs. And then I ended up doing that by the garden bench area also. I started filling the table and stalls with more items to fill the area, and afterwards this area in front of Nook's Cranny was basically done. And then it was back to the Able sisters. But I was trying to like get myself out of it, so I ended up planting all the trees instead. I was giving myself more time to be able to work on Able sisters without actually having to do it. I don't know, I was just really having a hard time with this area. I'm not entirely sure why. It just wasn't flowing with me. I couldn't do it. And then I also ended up finishing the sidewalk, or not sidewalk, pathway, the cobblestone pathing. I'm not entirely sure where this street type of area is gonna lead to, but it's okay. We're working along with it. We'll just go along with it. So I ended up doing some last minute changes to Able sisters. I thought I could put some flowers down, but I ended up not liking that. Eventually I tried putting the mountain bike item down, which is like one of my favorite items, right? But I ended up not liking that either. I don't know, the whole place was just not working out for me, but I promise you I finally got it to a way that I liked and ended up keeping it that way. So fortunately, since all the trees, flowers, and shrubs were already fully grown, we didn't have to time travel ahead, but we're ready to do the walkthrough now. So I like how Nook's Cranny ended up looking. The toys, the tables, the tiny library, I think it all ended up matching pretty well together. And then even though it took up a lot of space I could have used for decorating Nook's Cranny, I do like the waterfall seating area in the middle of the shops. I think it's a nice little classy touch to it. And I am finally completely happy and content with the way Abel's sisters turned out. So that concludes this speed build. I hope that you enjoyed the video and it motivates you to want to play the game and create your own builds. If you liked the video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up and subscribe so you can be notified of any future videos that I post. Anyways, I hope you have a great day or night. Bye!